Hey guys, it's Deligracy here and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to teach you how to build a house in The Sims 4, more specifically how to build a starter home. A starter home is basically the name we call a house in The Sims that is ready for a new Sims family to move into. The reason why we need to build a starter home is because new Sim families typically don't start off with much money. So we're going to build a $20,000 home in The Sims 4. So going into map view, you can build a house from here. You can select a blank lot to build on, or you can select a house that's already been built, renovate it, or even just bulldoze the whole lot. You can build a house before you create a family, or you can create a family and then build their house. But let's just go into a lot and I'll show you how to bulldoze a house. So obviously we're gonna go for a cheaper lot. This is only 20 by 15. So I think if we bulldoze this house, it's gonna be even cheaper. So let's select that. Now press your build button and let's get into what we call build and buy mode. So this is our house here. You can use the page up and page down key to go up and down levels, or you can use the home and end keys to cut away your walls as well. All right, so I wanna bulldoze this lot. I'm not gonna bother renovating it. So let's press the bulldoze key. Let's select the top one, bulldoze lot, okay. We're gonna have some terrain paint hanging around as well. So click on it again and press bulldoze terrain. There we go. We can turn the grid on and off by pressing the G key, just like that, if you don't like looking at the grid. Let's keep it on for now though. So start off by looking to your left. What do we have here? We have build mode and we also have buy mode. Buy mode is objects by room or objects by function and your inventory. This is only important if you have a family who already have items. We don't have a family right now. So wherever you click on this image, is what tool you're going to be using. So you'll click on the roof if you want a roof. Usually you want to start off with walls. So let's click on the wall here. And we get the wall tool. You can either click and drag to build walls, and once all the walls connect, it will automatically create a room. Press Ctrl Z to get rid of what you've just done, or you can use the room tool here. Click on that and you can click and drag a whole room. So that's what we're going to be starting with today. Let's create a room that is 4 by 5. At the back of your lot. Now let's create another room beneath that, which is going to be our living area. So click and drag that to roughly this size. Now let's add a bathroom on the other side as well. So click and drag a 2 by 3 room as well. And this is going to be our house. Pretty cool. And it's automatically got a ceiling. It's automatically got flooring. Click on the roof over here and there's a whole heap of different roofs you can use. So let's do the gabled roof. Click on this. Now, if you drag it on top of your house, it's gonna show a green square and that indicates where it's gonna be placed. So let's put it in the bottom left-hand corner, click on it, and we have a little roof. It's clearly too small for our house. So we can just use the arrows to drag it to cover the whole house. So let's click this arrow and drag it all the way down here. We can pull the side arrow across and just pull it so your house sits over the left-hand side of the building. If you wanna change the pitch height, just click the arrow on top and pull it down slightly. Now select the same roof again. Now this looks a little strange that our roofs are like right next to each other. So I think what we want to do is rotate this. So once you've placed it, use this arrow key right here to rotate it because I want to have it looking to the side. Now drag it across this whole portion of the building and bring it forward so it's fully covered. It's clearly way too high, so I'm going to lower the height of the roof. And I think it would be really nice if we could drag this back into the other roof as well, just to tidy it up a bit. Okay, so that looks okay. I still feel like it looks a little strange though, like the roof is clipping out, isn't it? So maybe let's bring this roof a little bit forward. We also have this added bit over here. Let's add another gabled roof over here. Let's rotate it again. Let's lower the roof so it just sits underneath this one nicely, just like that. So we have this roof sticking out here. So what I'm actually gonna do is draw a little bit of extra roof on, just like that. If I put my walls down, I'm gonna delete the inner wall. So now we have a more unique shape. I'm thinking it's looking a little bit tall. So if you click on the walls, there's actually 3 different wall heights you can have. You can have a tall wall, you can have the medium wall, or we can have a shorter wall. I think the shorter wall looks better. Let's add some windows. Click on the window panel and let's select a basic window to place around the house. You need to place them manually, just by clicking. But if you want to be faster with things, you can also place automatically by selecting by room. And then all you have to do is hover over a room and the game will automatically place them for you. Because we're working on a budget though, I think I'm gonna place them manually. Maybe we have one near the front door, We could have one in the bathroom. Put them wherever you want, but don't go too overboard because we're still working on a budget. There we go. Now we just need a front door. So let's pick this one. You can also change the roofing style by clicking on your roof patterns. I'm gonna select this roofing. You can also pick a roof trim as well. Let's click these. And you might have noticed I'm also hovering over swatches, which allows me to pick a color of an item. The house is looking a little boring, so let's select a wallpaper. Go to wall patterns and go to the category that you want. I'm gonna do a mix of masonry and wood. So I'm gonna go down to a brick I like. I'm gonna select a red brick, and you can either click and place walls individually, or you can hold Alt to do an entire wall. Or if you're feeling really keen, you can hold Shift and it will do a whole portion of the house. I think this side of the house would look really nice if it was in wood. It would also make it look a little more interesting. So let's go down to our siding. I'm gonna pick a nice gray color and I'm gonna hold Alt to place it on the different walls. Don't forget the roof as well. I'm also struggling to see my house a little bit, so I can use this time of day setting over here to change whether I see it in the morning or the afternoon or nighttime. So let's do the morning view. That looks good. If I want to place a path, I can go to floor tiles. We can go to a masonry and place a stone if we want. Or if we want to make it look a bit more organic and save some money, we can go to terrain tools. And we can essentially paint the ground with a terrain. And this doesn't even cost anything. So let's just click and drag and color in a nice front path. You can also do many more things like adding fountains and changing the terrain, but that's probably for another day. Let's just keep it simple. I will, however, encourage you to add a tree. So let's pop a tree in. Let's also get a hedge. I'm gonna place a couple of these starter hedges along our windows, just like that, just to make it look a little more pretty. You can also add a chimney, or you could add some flower beds underneath a window, which I might do as well. There we go, looking cute. Now it's time to do the interior of our house. So I'm gonna put my walls down. Remember, you gotta go down a level to get rid of the roof, and then you can use this walls up tool to change how you view your house. I personally like to look at it from a bird's eye view to figure out the floor plan. Now, one thing you're gonna notice is, well, my sim can't get into any of the rooms. So let's add in a couple of interior doors. I could use the wall tool to maybe make a separate kitchen dining area if I wanted to as well. So let's just draw another wall there. We can use the eyedropper tool to copy something we've already placed. So I can just click on that, click on a door and copy it to the other side. It's also really hard to see in the house, so let's get some lighting. So if you go over here, objects by function, we can go to a list here of all the things we need. We're already in the lighting category, so stick with that. And I'm gonna go for ceiling lamps. Go to the second light, and this is one of the best lights in the game to use. Click and place it, because the light's going to cover a lot of area. And place them in your different rooms. Let's also put in some wallpaper. So go back to your build mode, click on wall patterns. Let's go to wallpapers. I'm gonna select this basic one, plain but pretty, and then hold shift and click to place it in the different rooms. If you wanna do a feature wall, you can pick another color or a different wallpaper entirely, hold Alt and click it down just like that. In my bathroom, I might want to do a tiled wall. So we can go to tiling. Let's maybe get this aqua one, hold down shift and place. Similarly, if you want to do floor patterns, click on the floor patterns area, go to tile for the bathroom. Let's go for this one because it's matching to the wallpaper. Shift and click. I feel like some carpet in the bedroom, so let's place the carpet. Let's go for a gray up there. The living room, let's go for a nice plain floorboard. So now we just have to finish the place. So we can go to objects by room to make it a little easier. Let's start with the bedroom. Go to the bed icon, click on a bed, and let's go with one that has a bit of color in it. Place that down, put a couple of side tables in. I feel like we need some lighting, so click on lights, scroll down until you get a desk lamp. Let's put a couple of these in. You can hold Alt and click and rotate an item to put it on a more organic angle. Click on the dresser icon, select a dresser, and it looks like it's gonna be covering the door. That's right, we can just move the door to the side. Now click and drag it in again. I wanna change the color of this dresser, so I'm just gonna go up here, hover over the design tool, click on it, and then I can click on my item and pick any of the swatches that are available. Let's go just with a white one. I feel like we're missing some decoration in here, so maybe let's get a nice indoor plant to put on the dresser. We can get a mirror, maybe a nice long one, just like this. Now, I'm getting a little bit nervous about budget, so to keep an eye on that, I'm gonna go to my venue info icon over here, and I can see our value is at 9,670 simoleons. So we wanna keep that under 20,000 simoleons. So I'm gonna leave it open from now on. Let's keep this room very basic and not add anything else at this stage. We can always add more decoration and more interesting things to the room as our Sims make more money. Let's work on the bathroom next. I'm gonna put another curtain in here, and then I'm gonna go to my objects by room, click on the bathroom icon, and start with the toilet. Whenever you build a home for your Sims, they're gonna need a bed and a toilet definitely, and a way to eat. Usually something for fun as well, such as a bookshelf or TV or a computer is also a good thing to have. So let's get our toilet, let's get a shower. I'm gonna click, hold, and rotate so the Sims can actually get in the door here. Otherwise, it won't let me place it into the wall because your Sims can't enter the shower. And then we're gonna need a basin as well. We can get a freestanding basin, or we could also get a counter instead. And then we can click basins and place a basin within the counter. Usually this is gonna be a bit more expensive though, so let's go with our cheapest option. I'm also gonna get a mirror. So now we have a bedroom and bathroom, and our budget's going okay. Let's work on the lounge room next. Let's go back to objects by room, click on the living room, and let's select a couch. I'm gonna go with one of the cheapest couches. I'm just gonna place it over here and rotate it. This window is also kind of in the way, so I'll move that across. Now, for fun, we could add a TV, but TVs can get really expensive. Like this one's 8,000 simoleons. This little TV is 275, so although it might not be my Sim's taste, they might have to start from the bottom to work their way up to the big things. Now, the TV doesn't really look very good on the ground, so let's get a side table to place it on. Let's get the cheapest one, put it against the wall, pick up the TV, hover over the table, and you're gonna be able to put the TV on the table. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Now let's get an armchair. Again, let's go for the chipper cheap. You can hold Alt to place it on any angle you like, just like that. A rug would be nice too. So let's get a nice cheap rug, place it over here as well. I would love to have a pot plant, so let's get this one and place it in the corner. And I think that's looking pretty good. Let's work on the kitchen. So go over here to your kitchen panel. Chipper cheap. And let's start with placing some counters. Click on the counters. I'm gonna go with this one because it's the cheapest again. And I'm gonna place a counter here and a counter here. You'll see why in just a second. To cook in a kitchen, you're gonna need at least one counter, a fridge to get food out of, and also a stove to cook it on, or a microwave, or a barbecue. So let's get a stove. Let's place it here under the window. And then let's get a fridge. Let's get the cheapest fridge and place it in the corner. A sink is usually helpful in a kitchen as well. And we're gonna need some kind of bin on the property too, whether it's this big outside bin or a bin in the kitchen. Let's place a little bin over here. I'm just gonna hold down Alt. So there's all the things we need in our kitchen. I think it'd also be nice to have some tiling, so I'm gonna use my eyedropper tool to pick up what I put in the bathroom and place it down in the kitchen. Wow, that's very aqua. Let's make that white. Now we have space for a dining room. So click on objects by room, click on your dining room. Let's get a really simple 4-seater table. So we can place the table down, click on chairs, and the chairs are actually gonna just snap to the table. We've got all the essentials we need. We've got a bed to sleep in, we've got a TV for fun, we've got our kitchen and our bathroom. So now really the only last essential item we need is a mailbox. Now, I don't even know where to find a mailbox. Let's use the search bar and type in mailbox. And I'm gonna click on the Willow Creek mailbox. This will take us to the category of where they are. Let's select this basic mailbox and place it to the side of our house. That way we can get mail and we can pay the bills around here. It's also a good idea to have an outside trash bin because eventually your inside trash bin is going to overflow. And seeming as though we have the money, let's place one. And now it's just up to us having a bit of fun and adding whatever we like. So I'm gonna add a few extra things to the house. All right, now I've finished adding some extra goodies to my house. I've added a couple of feature walls to make it look a bit better, a rug, some decor items. I even was able to afford a little office area, which is pretty good for a starter home. Now, one thing I also forgot to add that is really important is a smoke alarm, because particularly new Sims who have a very low skill level can easily start fires in their house and your Sims can die. So let's go to the smoke alarm in the kitchen area and pop that in, which means if we start a fire, the fireman's gonna be able to come and put our sim out if, you know, they're in flames. And then that's it. This is our house. It comes in at 16,718 simoleons. So this definitely does classify as a starter home and it has all of the essentials. So let's take a tour of this house. So we have our lounge room, our little office area, the dining area, the kitchen, the bathroom, and our pastel bedroom. Oh, kind of pastel bedroom. As an extra little touch, you might want to go into build mode and go back to that terrain tool we used at the start. And it's sometimes nice to just add a little bit of shading underneath the trees and the bushes or your outside bin, even the mailbox, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. You can save this house by clicking the Save Lot button up here if you want to use it for multiple games. It's also a good idea to save it so you don't accidentally bulldoze it. I can write a description, and if you're connected to the internet, you can also share it to the gallery, so I can share it for other people to download. If you go back to the map view, you'll be able to see your house is now in the world. There it is. I can move one of my Sims into it as well. So let's move her in. She can sell her existing furniture. I mean, she's got a lot of remaining funds, but that's okay. If I want to play that Sim, I just click on the house, press play, and bam, we're ready to rumble in our starter home. So alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more building tutorials or Sims tutorials. And as always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're on the world. I'll speak to you soon, and happy simming. Dag dag!